Hey chaps, here we go in. So, right, we're at Tuesday again, and I'm in the middle at the moment of rebuilding anyway, the hot liquor tank. So we had a bit more of a play about yesterday with the cooling system up here up in that far corner. Alright, so we get basically the cold liquor tank working through the same cooler system and not have its own cooler. So I just running it today to see how well it's going to do. So what I'm looking for basically is looking to see how long it takes to get the temperature down first in the cooler, you know, and then how long it's going to take to get the temperature down actually in the cold liquor tank. Now it's a bit of a tricky one to work out, obviously, because the other two tanks that cooler is connected to hasn't got any beer in at the moment. So, but those tanks are also 18 degrees. So, you know, you've got to give some and take some. So you should be able to work it out roughly anyway, and hopefully it'll work. If it doesn't work, even after we put beer into those tanks and stuff, you know, the other cooler's still in place. It's just a case of just unhooking from the one cooler and putting back into the other cooler basically. So I'm going to show you basically what's happening with the hot liquor tank right now. So bear with me 1 second. So there we go. We've got almost got the lid back on, as you can see. Going to put all the pin clips back on it, measuring everything up, working out where everything is. So we got the first bit of wood on it, as you can see. You know, doesn't look tidy yet, but it'll look all tidy once we got it all back together and whatever. You know, so just trying to work out where all the bits of wood go in the right places and whatever, like, you know. So so there we are. That's what's happening with that in a minute. So what I'm going to do, it'll be 1 second for you guys. Don't know how long it's going to be for me, but we'll come back when I've got most of it back on and whatever, and we'll look at how things are looking then. So okay folks, what I'm doing here is just giving that, this is a brew kettle, so I've not opened this up since February. So spiders have got in it and created a few cobwebs and stuff like that, so I just give it a quick rinse out now with the hose pipe. So what I'm going to do now is actually connect another pipe to the cold liquor tank now and run some cold water into here, and now I'm going to turn the elements on to test them out and make sure everything still works okay. So there we go, it's running in there now, and that's coming out straight out of the cold liquor tank at the moment. I'll show you a bit more of what's going on. So there we got a cold liquor tank. So basically this tank is used to cool hot liquor down once the boil is done. So it usually goes through a heat exchanger lock. So the cold liquor passes through one way, and the hot liquor or the boiled water passes through the opposite way. So what I've done here is used usual cleaning pipe here that we can use and connected the pipe to that, which is ending up obviously in here. So once the water level has got above those heating elements, I'm going to switch the elements on and hope that everything works okay. If you remember, what was it, last video I think it was I done, obviously we reinstalled the copper because we had to paint the floor and whatever, so we had to wire those two 415 volt cables back into these elements. So there we go. Okay, so water is now over the top of those elements. Move the pipe out of the way. Okay, so here's the moment of truth. The electric goes off, the lights go off. You know, we ain't done a good job. That one's alright. That's a 9 kilowatt. There's a 12 kilowatt. Lights flickered, but something's happening. I need to show you inside. Mad Dog Brewery is alive, folks. We're sending out smoke signals. Well, it's not smoke, that's just steam, but there we go. So flue's working okay. That's good. So here we are. Let's just open this up. Not going to see a lot in there, I'd imagine, but there we go. I can just see it. So it's all working good. Excellent stuff. So what I'm doing as well, I just thought I'm going to change this heat exchanger about, because when it was installed so this back piece here was basically facing that electrical socket over there, which is very dangerous. You know, the guys that we bought this kit off were in the best, let's put it like that. But anyway, so while I got the chance, I'm going to change this about so it actually sits like that now and away from those sockets. Makes it easier to get a big pipe onto this one. You know, this one's basically going into the fermenter. That needs a clean by the look of it. Cobwebs stuff on there, but I need to give that a wipe. Anyway, so I'm going to change all that about. It shouldn't take too much. The pipe's easy, that copper pipe's easy to sort out anyway. Just cut that pipe a bit shorter and move that compression fit in. So that's easy. The little trick we're going to have is obviously down this end. So we can just try and move that pump, you know, onto basically here. So but I want to make sure that I can get that connected up first before I go cutting that copper pipe and whatever, like, you know. So we'll see how it works anyway. But the hot liquor tank is almost well, it is installed. I'm just making a few alterations to that to make that work better as well. That should be finished later on this afternoon, so that'll be good. And then tomorrow I think we've got a malt coming in from Simpsons, so I'm really looking forward to that, because I do believe there is some golden naked oats coming on this pallet. So that, and I'll be telling you what beer they're going into very soon. I'm thinking about possibly doing a Facebook Live, that kind of thing, talking about our beers and whatever else. So it would be good to have some product to do a bit of a review with. But I'll have a look locally and see if any local shops got any of their bottles still knocking about. There we go. Okay, so here's the idea. What I'm going to do is use some of this brewery pipe, okay, because it's really good quality stuff. It's bloody expensive as well, and it can hold the temperature. This is one of our old pipes. Now this pipe is about 3 years old, I think, 3.5, 4 years old, something like that anyway, I can't remember. So what I've done is taken the end off it already, and I thought, well, this is a good chance as well to see what the inside of the pipe is like. I don't know if you can see that. Probably not. Hang on a minute, let me just try and focus the camera a little bit. Camera's not automatic focus, so there you go. Generally get an idea there. Right, that looks pretty bloody good, to be honest. I thought it was going to be a lot worse than that. That all crudded up and everything, but I'm really impressed with that. That's really good, and that goes to show the quality of these bloody pipes, and also more importantly, you know, their standard of cleaning in the brewery as well. You know, cleaning all the hoses out of pipes and everything when we're actually done. So what I'm going to do basically is cut a bit of that pipe off, have it going off to there, and then putting a new fitting on there, you know, and connecting it up like that, and see how that works for us. Simple, but hopefully very effective. There we go guys, all sorted out, redone. So move our pipe, look, cut all that down. Moved it around, just got one small leak there, which I'll get that sorted out, and then there we go, job done. That's a lot better, I think, personally, but there we go, another job done. Right, now we've got all the heat exchangers sorted out. I thought it's a good opportunity as well to sort of sparge on. It packed up a while ago. Basically there's pipe, which was this old bit here, which had an olive in it, which the olive had worn away, and obviously the whole thing then just got down into the bloody mash tun. So I thought that's a good opportunity now to get that repaired, so I'm just going to get rid of that whole bit there. Just basically going to make up a new bit of pipe. So I've marked that already, so I'll give that a cut in a minute, and then we just got to fit it inside compression fitting. But in order for it to turn around, because we want this whole thing here spinning around, so it fits on here and then turns around, you know. We've got to make sure that this nut doesn't do up completely. So we've got to do it up so much, but I'll probably use some Loctite or something like that just to hold it into place so it doesn't keep coming undone. But basically this sparge arm sits on top of the mash tun. If you can see, it's got lots of little holes in it. So hot water comes out there, about 77 degrees, you know, and rotates around in the mash tun. That wasn't very good, but there we go. Rotates around in the mash tun, and what that basically does then is, like I said, you have hot water coming out there, goes onto your grain bed, and then washes all of the fermentable sugars and all the colours at the malt before it goes off to the boil kettle. That's basically how that works anyway. So I'm going to get it all fixed up, and once I've got it all fixed up, then I'll show you a quick spin of it going. Should have had some malt coming in today, but there's been a slight problem with the malt delivery. Second one this week, but here we go. Maybe people should pay attention more, but there we go. Anyway. guys, here we have it. The first pallet of Simpsons here. And we've got some good stuff on this pallet. Oat malt, the standard oat malt. There's golden naked oats on here. A bit of everything. There's some Pilsner malt on there, some pale ale malt. Basically, all this pallet is speciality malts. You know, you can see through there, just pale ale or milled. You know, top quality malt to go with hops and stuff like that. So we had all of our hops delivered through the week, so you can see some there. Yakima Chief, Mosaic. We got some SARS for lager. Then we got some Nukanot there. First Gold down there. We've got some Galaxy somewhere, Azucar, Dr. Rudy, and then we got things like Apricot Puree and all kinds of stuff there. Oh, there's a Galaxy up there. We've got some more down here somewhere as well. Oh yeah, Galaxy down there at the back. Oh, we've got loads of different hops in here. Yeah, so we've got Nukanot there, and we got Summit there, Eldorado at the back, Magnum for bittering, you know, and then we got loads and loads. We got some yeast there to get us started. American East Coast and Kvike yeast. The yeast we use for a lager, SO4 we use for stouty McStout face. You know, so there we go. That's we're pretty much all ready to go through it now. So we're just still waiting for HMRC. Well, it's almost been 8 weeks now. You know, waiting for these people, but it is what it is. We are going to fire up the pilot kit sometime next week, you know, so we can do a test brew. We should be alright to do that, just for sampling for ourselves, you know, or for me at home, and give us an idea. You know, I've got some ideas what I want to do with the Kvike yeast. Get brewing with that, a couple of sours. I want to do some experimental brews on. It's always good to do them on the small kit before we get up to doing them on this kit here. So, and there's a couple of other things I want to start playing around with as well. I don't want to say too much about it at the moment, but it could get interesting. You know, be putting some stuff up on our social media, you know, about that. So there we go, that's this week. So we'll see if we can get brewing on the big kit by the end of next week, HMRC, if they come through. But we'll do a video anyway on doing the Kvike brew on the pilot kit and see how that goes. So cheers guys, catch you next week. Oh, and if you can, like, subscribe and all that kind of stuff. So cheers, ta-da.